I was back there listening during Bible class. Towards the end of class, I was listening not just for the class. Josh had a good lesson, but I was listening for the bell. You see, we had this bell installed in the hallway, and it wasn't programmed, so it wasn't working. Last week they came, they programmed, and it's supposed to be working. But I was wondering, can I hear it very well from the back? You know, until it was programmed, until it was working, it really was of little or no value. I bought one of those lights, motion detector lights that had a solar panel that worked off of the sun and worked great until it quit working. And not working, no value. I took it back to the store and got my money back. Not too long ago, I had my truck. I was at a place, crank it up, wouldn't crank. I tried, wouldn't crank. I tried to jump it off, wouldn't crank. So I took the battery out and I took it to be tested, and they said the battery's bad. So I bought a new one. I put the new battery in, wouldn't crank. And so since that battery didn't work, I took it back and I said, test my old battery again. And they tested it and says, your battery's good. But yet still wouldn't crank. So it was at that point of no value. Maybe you have taken out a knife and you're going to prepare a meal and you think, this knife won't cut butter. You know, it's not working like it's supposed to. What's my point by all these stories? Do you ever wonder what God thinks when He looks down at us? Because I read a lot of expectations that He has for us to be functioning, working as He wants us to. John 15, for instance, verse 2, every branch in me, and that's a us, that does not bear fruit, He takes away, and every branch that does not bear fruit, He prunes, that it may bear more fruit. In other words, it's kind of like we as branches, we don't bear fruit. We're not functioning and not of the value that He expects. In Ephesians chapter 2, a lot of times that's remembered for that grace passage. For by grace have you been saved through faith. But you get down a couple of verses later and read, we are His workmanship, created in Christ Jesus unto good works. In other words, it's what we're to do. It's our functions, what God is expecting of us. Titus, there's about 3 times or so, he either mentions kind of to be ready for every good work or to maintain good works. And kind of once again, here's an expectation that God has of Christians. Well, those things that you've got, that they have a function, they have some kind of work, and then they don't function and they don't work, and no value to you. What about us? Are we functioning, working as God expects and wants? If we could assist you in your obedience tonight, if not a Christian, and with faith you've turned from your sin, we give you an opportunity now to confess that faith, and we could assist you in baptism. If there's a need for prayer, we ask you to come as we stand and sing.